Hello, guys. Welcome to the day two of the 3 days digital marketing workshop. Right. So, for a quick recap, what we have covered yesterday was the introduction to marketing, the four P's of marketing, the four C's of marketing in a customer centric perspective. And we've also covered about little bit about digital marketing, the growth of digital marketing. Right. Why is it important to have digital marketing in this digital space? Okay, so today we are going to cover, as I've said yesterday also, we are going to cover how to run ads on both Google and as well as Meta. So we're going to look how do we set up ad campaigns on both Google and Meta as well, with a little bit of theory and the importance of the ads as well. Okay, so let's get started without wasting any time. Okay, so yeah, I hope you guys can hear me, right? Okay, so I guess we can start. Okay, so to have a look at the day two workshop objectives, we'll be understanding the basics of meta ads, which are Facebook and Instagram. Okay, and we'll also set up a demo meta ad. Okay, using Meta Ad Manager or in Meta Business Suite. Okay, and we're also going to set up and launch Google Ad campaign, which is related to traffic, and Meta ads would be related to leads. Okay, so Meta Ad campaign is a lead campaign. Lead generation campaign is the objective. And Google Ads campaign, the objective is traffic. Okay. Now, we're also going to learn about targeting options and how do we create ads. Okay, ad creatives. How do we add ad creatives? Okay, how does it look if you add a ad creative? Each and everything we'll be discussing. Okay. And we'll also explore a little bit of traffic campaign and their purpose, as I've said, using Google Ads. Okay. And the takeaway for today's session is to run effective ads, combining with data driven targeting and compelling creatives. Okay. So I hope you guys are excited for today's day and we'll get started. Okay. Right. So what are meta ads? Meta ads, they cover Facebook, Instagram, and Messenger, Facebook Messenger as well. Okay, so if you're running an ad using Meta Ad Manager, then you will be covering Facebook, Instagram, as well as Messenger. Okay, we'll have a look on how that works as well. I think that will be the primary objective of today's workshop day. Okay, so the benefits of Meta Ads is it's that it has a massive user base. If you have a look at it, it's almost 3 billion people on Facebook, Instagram, and Messenger as well. So predominantly, majority of the people use Facebook and Instagram. So there is a massive user base when you're trying to run an ad. Even if you're segregating that ad irrespective of, with respect to the interests, the geography, right, the demographics. Even after that is done, also, you can find that there are at least a million or 2 million people, or more than 10 million people in that sense who are, you know, interested in your particular product. Okay. So we also have advanced target options, as I have said, demographics, interests, and behavior of the target audience. According to that, you can target the audience as well. Okay, as I've mentioned, we have the integration with Instagram as well as Messenger. Okay, so the different types of ad types in Meta include image ads. For example, you're showing a image or a creative and giving the ad. We'll have a look at image ads today. Okay. Story ads, in the sense the same image or the same video or the same carousel can go in the form of stories as well. So that's known as stories ads. Okay. And video ads, in the sense reels. Reels in the sense you're shooting a video or keeping it as a reel format and then you are posting or uploading that as an ad. Okay. Carousel, in the sense you're swiping. It's a different set of static posts where you can swipe. So if you're swiping and you're getting a new set of pictures, a new set of images, so that's known as a carousel. Okay. Where you can swipe around 4 to 5 images will be there, creatives will be there, and you can swipe that. So that's known as a carousel. Okay. Right. So I hope you guys have understood what the basics, at least, of what meta ads are. Okay, so I guess we can move on to the next slide. So the structure of the meta ad. First, you have to define your objective. What is your objective? Traffic, engagements, leads, conversions. What is your objective of running the particular ad? Okay. Then you go on to the ad set. Okay, where you set your audience, give budget, and the placement of the ad. How is your ad running? Is it going as a story? Is it going as a reel format? Is it going on the feed? Where is your ad structured, or where is your ad placed? That is known as placements. Okay, then coming on to the ad. So you'll create the actual ad here with the visuals, the form. Suppose for example, if it's a lead campaign, you have to give a form, and then you'll visualize that particular ad campaign and publish the particular ad campaign. Okay. So there are three sets or three structures in meta ads which is you know defined, which you have to do in case if you want to run a particular meta ad. Okay. For example, the campaign is traffic. Okay, and the ad set you have to include the audience, which are women, for example, and the age groups 25 to 40, and the interests are fitness. Okay, and the ad would be, for example, image of a running shoe with a discounted offer. This might be an ad. Okay, ad creative. So now let's move on into showing or creating a meta ad. Now we'll go on to meta ad manager. Okay, let us go into meta ad manager. This is how meta ad manager will look like from Facebook. Okay, so this is the meta ad dashboard, if you can see. Okay, so suppose if I want to create a new campaign, for example, okay, I'll click on create. Okay, once I click on create, we can choose the objective. As I was mentioning, for our meta ads, we'll be choosing the objective as leads. Okay, so I'll be choosing leads here. So once this is done, you can see what this is good for as well. For example, traffic, it's good for link clicks, landing page views, Instagram profile visits, or calls. Okay. Leads is good for instant forms, which we'll be giving now. Okay. Instagram and conversions or taking calls. Okay. So which where a user will give in their details and you'll get it as a lead. Right. So that's how leads work. So I'll click on continue. Okay. So now once I reach here, I give it a name. For example, workshop demo. I can keep it whatever as required. And then I can categorize my ad. For example, this is about employment. Okay, I click it here. The countries where I want my ad to run. For example, I only want it in India. I'll leave it as it is. Okay. Then I'll click on next. This is the ad set. So this first one, which you can see here, this is a campaign. This is a ad set, and this is the ad which you were discussing. Now again, I'll keep it as workshop demo. Okay. Now once this is done, I have instant forms which I have to create where my audience can give in their details for this particular ad. And the ad is running on my Instagram account. Okay, so I want maximum number of leads, so I leave it as it is. Okay, so now I'll select the budget. For example, my daily budget is 200 rupees. Okay, so the maximum daily spend will go around 350. So the 200 daily budget will be as an average. Okay, that will be the average daily budget. Okay, it might be 100 per day for a particular day. It might go up to 350. That's why it's saying maximum daily spend is 350 rupees. And the maximum weekly spend is 1400, which is 200 into 7. That's per week, right? So that is 1400. That won't cross the amount. But the daily spend will vary depending on the number of users who are online in your particular interest. Suppose I have to keep the start date as, let's say, the ad start date as today itself. I'll change this to 19 to have it as 7 p.m. So at 7 p.m. today, my ad will start running. Okay, once this is done, I segregate my audience here. Okay, so the age groups first. Suppose I want 21 to 30. That's my audience age group. The locations are all over India, so I leave it as it is. And the gender is all. Suppose if I want a detailed targeting, I can add interests. For example, I'm running an ad for a digital marketing course. That's how we'll be running this ad. Okay. So social media marketing, that will be their interest. Online advertising, that will be their interest. Obviously, digital marketing, social media, advertising. I'll leave it as it is. So if you can come down, this is the estimated reach. Like these many people, the ad is reaching in a day. and I'm getting between 6 to 17 leads if I'm spending approximately on an average 200 rupees per day. That's my minimum leads. So what's my minimum cost per lead or maximum cost per lead? If it's 6 per day and I'm spending 200 rupees, the cost per lead is around 30 to 35, right? If I'm getting 17 leads, the cost per lead is between 15 to 20. Okay, so that's how this works. So once I've added everything, I can click on all languages or I can choose only English to target my audience. Okay, now I'll click on next. This ad set is also done now. So I'll give it as workshop demo. Yes. Okay. Once this is done, I click as a single image which my ad is going to run. Okay. Now I'll set up a creative. For example, what type of thing I have to give. For example, primary text. What will my primary text be? What will my primary text be? You'll give it as learn digital marketing in, let's say, 2 months, or you can maybe keep this as master digital marketing in 2 months at just 6,000. Okay, this might be a primary text, or maybe you can keep it as learn digital marketing with 50% off. Okay, you can keep that, and the headlines can be, okay, the headlines can be digital marketing course with 50% off. That can be your headline again. Another headline can be master digital marketing in 2025. This can also be a headline. Okay, I'll show you how this will come, how this will be, picturized as well. Suppose you're giving a description. Okay, I can just write it as learn digital marketing with Skill Loom in our 2 months course and get hands on experience with 100% internship guarantee. Okay, this is what we also offer in real time. So, yeah, so that's the reason I've written it here. Okay, we're offering the course at 6,000, which is real. We have 50% off now, and in our 2 months course, you'll also get a 100% internship guarantee. So I can change the CTA. CTA is the call to action. I can leave it as learn more, for example, if you want to learn more. Okay. Media. What media will I keep? For example, we are already having ad creative designed. So I'll keep that itself here. Okay. This is the ad creative which we are running. Okay. So I can keep this. So this is how it will be there. And look at the placement. This is not perfect. So I'll just replace it with this one. See, it will get covered. Okay. Then I'll click on next. Once it's done, I'll click on done. So we have created a ad creative here. So now if you want to have a look at the preview, this is how it will be shown. Learn digital marketing with 50% off. Right, this is a Instagram feed. Okay, this is how it will look in the reel. Learn digital marketing with 50% off. Okay, once this is done, I have a form. For example, if I have to, click on this form, okay, or create a new form, I click on create form. I'll give it a name, workshop demo, just for this workshop, right? So workshop demo. Okay. Once that's done, we need more volume. So I'll click on more volume. I'll click on next. Okay. And yeah, this is not needed. So I click on next. Now I need to add a question here. Okay. So what do I need from the people who are filling the form? The full name, the email ID. I need their phone number. So I've given as phone number here. Click this email down. Okay. Right. So once this is done, I can obviously change this register now at 50% off. I can do that again. Here also. Okay. So they're aware that you are having a 50% off. Right. So then I'll click on continue. Once that's done, we have to apply our privacy policy from our website. Okay. So we have kept that here. Once that's done, we'll click on next. And what is the CTA? So where is your audience going? So I want them to go to our website. I want them to go to the courses page. So I'll keep this. I'll want them to go here. So that's the reason I'll change this here. Okay. So I'll add it as courses. That's the CTA. So once they're filling the form, they'll go there. So I'll create this form and the form is being added here. Okay. Once you finish all of these, once everything is done and the preview is there, you'll click on publish for the ad to be published. Okay, that's when the ad will be published. So this is how you create a meta ad. Because I don't want to publish this ad now, I'll just turn it off. Right? This was just the demo for you guys, right? So I'll turn this off and delete this particular ad. Okay, deleting that particular ad. Okay, that's it. So that's how you run an ad on Meta. Okay, pretty simple, right? If you want, you can take the primary text, the headlines from ChatGPT as well. Typing in the prompt, give me primary texts, headlines, sub-headlines, and descriptions for my ad related to etc. etc. So that's the reason you will get, I mean, from there you will be getting the ad. Okay. Now let's move on to the next topic. Right. So you have understood how to create your first meta ad and step-by-step process where we went to ad manager, we clicked on create campaign, we chose the objective, which is leads, we set it up the target, which is age, interests, gender, and we uploaded the images of the ads, and then the ad is set up. Now, let's go on to what are Google Ads, right? So Google Ads, they let you target users through search and display networks. What does this mean? Okay, this means that you're targeting or you're creating an ad which is showcased on the search engines. For example, Google, Microsoft Edge, Bing, and all the other search networks, right? What are the benefits? High intent targeting. For example, if users are searching for buy running shoes or I want to buy running shoes or best running shoes in India, your website might pop up on the top. Okay, I'll show you an example. For example, if I'm typing here best trading platform in India. See, I'm getting a website known as Fires. I didn't even hear that name in my entire life, but I can see that website there as it's showing sponsored, which means this website is a search ad on Google. That's why it's ranked here. Kotak Solutions, sponsored. Mstock, sponsored. Right, so all of these without Zerodha, Dhan, and Upstocks, these are not sponsored, these are ranked using SEO, search engine optimization. Okay, the keywords are highly ranked. So these are using Google Ads. So wherever you see sponsored, those are Google Ads. Okay, this is how it works, right? So what is the vast reach? It also reaches through the display network. Display network in the sense everyone uses Google to search something new, right? Best shoes, best trading platform, best restaurant near me. Everyone uses Google to search that, right? So using this display network, these are known as display networks. So there is a vast reach through these networks, right? And you can also measure the ROI. ROI in the sense return on investment, where I'll show you how the campaign setup is done and how you can measure the campaign. Okay. And ad types. The ad types include search ads. Search ad in the sense whatever we saw now, that's a search ad. Display ads where the image is shown. That's known as the display ad, where the image or the logo, everything is shown. That's known as the display ad. Okay, or a video, that's also known as display ad. Shopping ads in the sense you're buying something. You showcase a product or a video of a product, right? That's a shopping ad. YouTube ads is when you showcase that ad before a YouTube video. Obviously, everyone might have seen what YouTube ads are. So that's also done using Google Ads dashboard. Okay. Now, coming on to the Google Ad structure. How does the Google Ad structured? Right. So first, you have to define your goal. For example, the objective again. Let it be sales, traffic, leads. We'll have a look at the sample campaign objective now, setting up the Google Ads dashboard, which is the traffic one. Okay, we'll have a look at that. Right. The ad group, the group related ads together, right? What is the ad group? We'll have a look at that. Keywords, what keywords and how can we select the keywords? There are tools such as Google Keyword Planner, right? We can select the keywords for a Google ad. Okay. So how do we select keywords? That's also, we'll have a look at that as well. Okay. And ad, how do we write the ad text? How do we add visuals if we want to? For example, if we're running a display ad, we need visuals, we need images, right? How do we do that? Everything will take care of. Now we are doing a search ad in traffic, so we don't need to add any visuals as such. Okay, right. Let's create our first Google ad now. Okay, so if you can see my screen, let's jump right onto the Google Ads dashboard. Okay. This is the Google Ads dashboard. And this is the overview of all the campaigns which we have run so far in general. Okay. So this is where you can track the ROI. You can measure the campaign performance here. Number of impressions, the total number of clicks, the average CPC. CPC is the cost per click, the average cost per click for these ads, and the overall cost. Okay. Everything you can find in this measurement. Suppose you want to run a new ad, you click on create. You want to create a campaign. So you click on new campaign. Okay. Now, as I've said, we'll be talking about traffic. Okay. So I'll click on website traffic. Once that's done, I'll click on continue. And as I said, we need a campaign type as search. You also have different types such as performance max, demand gen, display in the sense that you can show images, shopping ads to showcase your products, YouTube video in the sense to showcase your, YouTube ad as well. Okay. In the website which I want to showcase. For example, I want to showcase Skill Loom's website. I'll just drop it here and I'll click on continue. Okay, the campaign name would be workshop demo because I'm showing you guys the demo here. Okay, once that's done, I'll click on continue. Okay, now I'll click on start new. See, I want more number of clicks on the website. So I'll click on clicks. Okay, I can also set the maximum cost per click limit. So I don't want to set this now. This means, suppose I have set it as 4 rupees. My CPC won't, cross more than 4 rupees, irrespective of the number of budget I'm spending. Okay, now I'll click on next because I don't want to do that. And I want my ad to run only in India. So keep these both on, don't switch it off because on Google Display Network it will run and on YouTube it will run. Okay, on recommend Google search partners, for example, Bing and Microsoft Edge, it might run there as well. Okay. Languages I only want it as English. Now, audience segments. What audience will you want your target, to be? Advertising and marketing services, education, or I want technology. Okay. And I also want social media enthusiasts to look at my thing and technological education, business education, education sector. These are what my target audience will be. Once this is done, I'll click on next. Okay. Because I've pasted the link here, skillloom.in, I can find the automatic paragraph generated using AI from Google itself. So once that's done, I'll click on generate. Okay. See, if you can see on the right side corner of the ad, you can have a look at the campaign optimization score, which is 70, which is 81.3 now. You can increase this by giving more keywords. Whatever Google is suggesting, you can include that. Okay, you can give that here. For example, you can remove this and probably add digital marketing course here. You know, digital marketing course. Okay. Probably you can give it as best online courses in Hyderabad. Online courses. These can be the keywords. Okay. Once this is done, you have to give the display path. How do you want to? Okay, maybe this wants me to include the top keywords. So what do I want? Here I want to remove this. What is skills in a community? So I want to give something related to the above one. Best online courses in Hyderabad. Okay, this is too long for me. So what I'll do is I'll click on online courses, save, and it like this. So I'll change it as digital marketing course, which is given here suggested one. Now I'll click on save. Look at the campaign optimization score. How is it increased after that is done? Okay. I can give a display path. For example, I want it to be digital. And here I want it to be marketing, for example. Okay. This is how my ad will be shown. See. Okay. I can modify this as well. Stay ahead of the curve. Probably I can remove this and keep best digital marketing course. This can be a headline where it will be showcased here. Learn from industry experts, flexible skill paths, unique approach. Maybe we can remove this and optimize these headlines according to the ad, right? Probably I can include 50% off here as well. Okay, so that it will be displayed here. Okay, so once you include this, you can modify the description according to what you want to cater. And after this is done, you don't need to add any images because it's not a display ad, it's a search ad. Okay, so digital marketing course about us, everything is there. If you want to add callouts, you can add callouts. Callouts in the sense I'll show you what it is. For example, the contact, you're secured to your spot today. That might be a call out. Okay. You have to modify this, for example, today. You need a exclamation mark. That will be a call out. Call out in the sense you'll have a small line which is there. Okay. So I'll click on apply. Once that's done, have a look at the campaign objective score. I am adding one more site link. Site link in the sense if they're clicking on something, for example. Okay, they'll directly be redirected there. For example, I'm clicking on this, I'm pasting this site link here. Site link text. Sorry, site link text. The URL will be here. Text will be probably enroll now, create. So it will be displayed there. I'll show you how it will be displayed as well. Okay. See, this is a site link below. Enroll now, they'll click and they'll go directly into that URL. Okay. Once this is done, see, it's asking me to add 4 images for me to increase it by 4.7. Once I do that, it'll go to 100. And here you can also see the weekly clicks and the average cost per click. So the weekly cost is around 9,894. So in the next page, I can add the budget. For example, I only want to keep the daily budget as 500. Look at the average CPC. It's 1.12. The weekly clicks is 18, or it's 1.94. The weekly clicks is 1810. The weekly cost is 3,500 approximately. Okay. So if you divide the weekly cost by weekly clicks, you'll be getting the average CPC. CPC is the cost per click. Now, after this is done, I'll click on next, and here I'll get the overview of the campaign. Campaign name, campaign type, campaign objective, campaign bidding, maximize clicks. I need more clicks, so I'll click on maximize clicks. The location, the languages, the audience types, keywords, and budget. Once that's done, I'll click on publish campaign and the campaign will be published. This is how a Google ad campaign, a traffic ad campaign is set up. Okay. I hope you guys have understood that. Now, let's look at the steps here. Log into Google Ads. We have done that. We have created a campaign. We have chosen a goal, which is website traffic, right? The campaign type is search here. We have added keywords. We have written the ad and we have set the budget. So that's the simple Google ad campaign. And how do you set up a basic Google ad campaign here? Okay, so this is how it works. Right. So the main tip is to focus on high intent keywords for better ROI. Intent keywords in the sense where people use that more. For example, I've given as online courses or best digital marketing course. That is the keyword which many people type on Google. That's the reason I have included those high intent keywords. Okay. So targeting options. How do you target people on Meta? How do you target people on Google? So on Meta, you will use demographics, interests, behaviors, and you can customize the audience and obviously also choose lookalike audience. Lookalike in the sense they have similar interests, they are the same age group, and they are the same um, location. That's called lookalike. Okay. On Google, you base that on keywords, locations, and obviously devices, on what device they are logging in, mobile, laptop, desktop, etc. Demographics, and again, custom audiences as well. For example, my target audience is men, age is 30 to 45, and they're interested in fitness. That will be on Google. On Meta, I'm sorry, that will be on Meta. And on Google, it will be buy dumbbells online. That's it. That's based on keywords on Google. Okay, mainly. Right. So what people search on Google dashboard, that will be the target option on Google. Okay. Hope everything is clear. Right. Now budget and bidding strategies. On Meta ads, the budget types would be daily and lifetime. So you can add a daily budget on Meta, for example, 500 a day, 1000 a day, and lifetime. Lifetime in the sense you can directly give, let's say, 10,000 rupees and ask it to cut down from that particular budget. Okay. Bidding strategies would be lowest cost or it will reduce the cost or you want highest value. You can choose anything from the both. Okay. Google Ads would be on a campaign level. On the whole campaign, you can set the ad budget. Okay. And bidding would be cost per click, cost per meal, and the target return on ad spend. Depending on these three, you can choose. Right? You want the CPC to be less, you want the CPM should be more, and the target ROI should be more. Depending on these, you can set the bidding strategy. Okay. The tip is to start small with less budget and analyze the results first. And depending on that, increase the budget and scale gradually. That's how you run the ads. Okay, on Meta as well as Google. Right? That's how it works. Okay. So now if you want to design effective ad creatives, how do you do it? Okay. You have high quality images. You should use high quality images or videos while you're doing the ad. Okay. Because that creative or that video only determines how your ad is performing, and depending on that only that will be attractive to people's eyes. Depending on that only they'll submit their lead or like the ad or engage with your you know CTA, right? Or you click on the website where you want people to go on. Depending on the visuals only that will happen, right? And the copy should be clear, concise, and compelling. Copy in the sense the write up, titles, descriptions, headlines, everything should be clear, concise, and compelling so that people can understand what you want to tell them through the ad. Okay. CTA, call to action. You have to tell users what to do next once they have gone through the ad, for example, an image or a video. You have to tell what the users to do next. If they click on that CTA, example, shop now, sign up, learn more. Once they click on that, they'll be taken to a particular website or a Instagram page or anything which you want them to go for. Okay. Or a form as well where they can give their details. Okay, that's a CTA. Okay. You can also A/B test different creatives to find out what works best. A/B test in the sense you can, that will analyze automatically depending on the performance. It will push. Suppose, for example, I'm giving three ad sets on Meta. Okay, ad sets in the sense I'm using different, target audience, different locations, and different ad creatives or ad visuals. Okay, depending on which is performing better, Meta will push that more towards the audience. That is the A/B testing. Okay. So let's move on to the next slide. I hope you have understood this slide. Okay. So traffic campaigns overview. The goal is to drive users to your websites or landing page. That's basically the goal of a traffic campaign. Let it be on Meta or let it be on Google. Right. So platforms would be on Meta would be is the objective is to set as traffic. That's how we have seen, right? The objective should be set as traffic objective. Right. On Google Ads, you have to set it as search campaign. Okay, that's what would be the objective if you want to run a traffic campaign. Okay, search campaign, which you have seen. Right. So the key metrics would be CTR, click through rate, CPC, cost per click, and bounce rate. Right. So these are really, really important in both Meta as well as Google Ads. Now, the key tip is to optimize landing pages to ensure smooth user experience. Landing page in the sense, suppose you're giving a CTA as a website. That will become a landing page because if you want to optimize the landing page, that's also really important because the user also should have a good and smooth experience while he's having a look at your ad and clicking on your landing page. So you have to optimize the landing page. It should look visually, it should look good, right? The text should be perfect and everything should be clear, simple, and concise. Okay. And the ad performance metrics, I was talking about click through rate, percentage of people who clicked your ad. We were discussing about this yesterday as well, right? CPC is the cost per click, how much you are paying per click, what's the price per click. Okay, the cost per click. Right, the impressions is when the total number of times your ad was seen on any platform. That's the impressions. The total number of people your ad was reached. That is called as impressions. The tip should be high CTR and low CPC. These are the ideal for any ad. Let it be on Google or Meta. Okay. Remember these tips. Case study. Let it be Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola, they have launched a Share a Coke campaign. Okay, ad campaign. Their objective was to increase engagement and sales for their Cokes. So that's the reason they launched a campaign called as Share a Coke. The strategy was personalized names on bottles and social media ads. So personalized names. For example, Starbucks, they give personalized names on their, you know, glass which they're offering a drink, right? So similar to that. And the results was two times increase in sales and key markets. This was the result while they have done a Share a Coke, you know, ad campaign. Okay, this is very successful from Coca-Cola. Okay, so the wrap up is that we have learned how to set up Meta and Google Ads and traffic campaigns for Google Ads. And what is traffic campaigns exactly? How do you set that up? And we have set up a lead campaign on Meta. Okay, and how do we target the audience? That's also what we have discussed. Now I'm giving a small assignment for you. Those who have done, obviously they'll be benefiting from this. So you have to create a sample campaign in Ads Manager, which is Meta Ads Manager or Google Ads without publishing. Okay, I hope people take this and do that just for practice sake. Okay, so tomorrow we'll dive into analytics and how do we measure, website traffics. We'll be using Google Analytics and Microsoft Clarity and how do we set up that using Google Tag Manager. Okay, we'll have a look at that tomorrow in day 3. Right. So thank you so much for watching this day 2 where we learned about Meta ads and Google ads, setting up them. Okay, so you can have a visit on our website, Skill Loom, and we're also currently launching our digital marketing course worth 6,000 rupees only, right, for 2.5 months, and you'll also get a 100% internship guarantee. Those who are interested can call to that number 9652 or mail us or also visit onto the website on the digital marketing course and register for the course. Okay, thank you so much. I'll see you soon, and I hope you guys have learned something good from this session. So I'm waiting forward to day 3 and all the best. And please subscribe to my channel for any further workshop or videos on the non-technical careers. Okay. Thank you so much. I'll see you.